What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. With the XDefiant community in a bit of a tailspin after Tom Henderson's article outlining that XDefiant is on borrowed time, with Ubisoft claiming that they are going to support the game until Season 3 unless there is some significant increase in the player base. And for many, this sounded the warning bells. People were pressing the panic button. People were ready to claim this game is dead. And while yes, this does sound really negative, this sounds terrible, in fact, I'm not ready to throw in the towel. I'm not ready to sound the alarm or press the panic button. Instead, I'm actually quite optimistic for Season 2 of XDefiant, because this is going to make or break the game. It is going to define whether or not XDefiant is as dead as so many people claim it to be, or if it can rise from the ashes and defy the odds and become the underdog story, the comeback story of 2024. Because honestly, the developers at this point in time have nothing to lose. There's no point in playing it safe anymore. There's no point in holding back. You have to lay it all out on the table for this community and see if the community accepts what you have cooking. And let's be honest here. The overall communication that I've seen from Mark Rubin, from sifting through his replies, looking at his Twitter, he is very all hands on deck when it comes to implementing more depth into XDefiant. Finding ways to reward players, whether it's through challenges, more camos, more rewards, whatever it might be. And if you're able to keep players playing your game longer, it'll lead to more sales of your cosmetics, of your battle pass. But not only that, hopefully you can hone those in so that the cosmetics, the battle pass rewards are better. Because that is one of the major gripes that this community has. You're paying how much money for a cosmetic that looks like garbage? Frankly, that is a problem. If you're spending $20, $30 on a cosmetic, you want it to look good. So please make the cosmetics look good. Make the battle pass rewards feel like you're earning something instead of just simply, whatever, who cares? It's just the battle pass reward. Make it worthwhile. And Mark Rubin has acknowledged this. He understands that the cosmetics need to be improved, but the focus that they have is on improving the gameplay, improving the netcode, the hit registration, ensuring that those are the pillars for the game. So there are big expectations for Season 2, but there's no reason why they can't fulfill them. It's very clear that they have a vision now. They know what didn't work. They saw how Season 1 was lackluster to say the least, but improved over time. So if they can come out with gangbusters with the start of Season 2 and have a really solid roadmap to success, you're going to get players coming back. As much as people think that the timing for Season 2 is a bad thing, I think it's a great thing. With Black Ops 6 releasing, nothing would be better than having a competitor alongside it. Nothing would be better for Black Ops 6 than having a game that can provide you some variety. So you're not just hopping into this military simulator that's not really a military simulator anymore, and having the refreshing experience that is XDefiant, a more classic arena shooter. And you can have that dichotomy of the two games and have them both be good and coexist and challenge one another to improve. And that's one of the beautiful things here, is with XDefiant, all of the negativity around it isn't people just giving up on the game necessarily. It's people demanding it to be better because they want it to be better. Unlike Call of Duty, where if you criticize Call of Duty, you get some people cheering and some people just saying, whoa, 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 there's nothing wrong with Call of Duty. Call of Duty is perfect the way it is, even though there are clear flaws. So there's a different sentiment within the XDefiant community where people are hungry for change. They're hungry for improvement. They see the potential here. And that's what I want the developers to realize. If they can seize this potential, if they can realize it and help it along, the sky's the limit for XDefiant moving forward. But it starts with a gangbuster of a Season 2 launch. No problems, no bugs, nothing that destroys the gameplay. And if they have a roadmap that properly identifies what they're bringing to the game to entice players to stick around. I've heard of a lot of different ideas. Ideas that I've suggested in the past. One of my favorites is always going to be limited time double XP modes. Things like snipers only, multi-team, maybe you find a few other fun modes in there where it's melee only or something like that. Playing on small maps, injecting the game with some new game modes. Obviously, Bomb is coming in Season 2, but there needs to be more urgency. And why wouldn't there be? The developers' backs are against the wall. And I don't see them throwing in the towel. I don't see them giving up. Instead, what I see them doing is fighting back, saying, I don't care if we're considered to be on borrowed time. We're going to deliver. At least that's what they have to do. Otherwise, the article that Tom Henderson wrote is a death sentence. And that's not what I want it to be. I do not want this borrowed time meme to make my fears a reality. Where XDefiant is that failed game. That game that had all the promise, had all the potential, and fell short. Because the developers decided not to seize their opportunity. So Season 2 is most certainly make or break for XDefiant. And it's up to them to decide whether they're ready to make it or they're going to break it. Regardless of what happens, I'm so excited to see what they're going to bring to Season 2 because we already know there's going to be new maps, new weapons, and of course a brand new faction. But in addition to that, we know ranked play is going to get some changes. We know the spider bot's going to get some changes. We know they're going to try to hone in on the hit registration and the netcode. And if those things all gel together, all work, and they're able to balance some of the other issues the game has, I see no reason why it does not bring players back into the game. It does come at a tough time where you do have to directly compete with Black Ops 6's release. But like I said, that could be a good thing. Adding variety into your mix of games, into your gaming sessions, is a good thing. And if more people want to rally around the resurgence of XDefiant, it can only bode well for the future of the game. I know that people love a good comeback story, a good underdog story, so why not put that behind XDefiant? Why not rally behind the underdog of the FPS genre right now? This isn't a hero shooter that made you pay $40 like Concord. This is a hero shooter that instead delivered you something for free and is constantly trying to work on things to improve. They're not telling you the game is good enough as is. They know it's not. So they're willing to work towards making it as good as they can. This is a community that is strongest when it's together, so let's band together, let's rally behind XDefiant, and let's help make Season 2 as successful as it possibly can be. So I'm looking forward to covering XDefiant as we move through the rest of September and into October, and hopefully we get a lot of good news as we progress through that time. So if you're curious on what's coming to the game, stay here on this channel. I'll ask you to subscribe if you don't mind. I love having you around here, but if you just want to stay around and lurk, that's cool too. But please, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you want to let me know your thoughts on XDefiant and Season 2 being make or break, leave a comment down below. And as always, guys, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for stopping by, watching the video, and enjoying the content recently. Love you all, and have a good one.